Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. So here we are about 2 weeks after Expona, maybe 3. It's been very busy, hard to keep the weeks and the days straight, and we're preparing to leave in a couple of days to go to Munich. And Munich is very exciting because it's the time of year where we can go to a show and we can walk around and we can meet with the brands and experience what you guys get to do at all the American shows, but we have to sit there and exhibit. So, I can go to Expona every year, and the only thing I see is the inside of my rooms. I mean, that's it. And even though we did have wonderful rooms this year, we were the talk of the elevators up there in the big room. We showed just a killer system. Go to our Facebook page. You can see some press on that. We partnered with Kabbalah Sosna, one floor down. Had our gear in there. Joe's Cables, of course, is in all our systems in all our rooms. Again, great press on that. Big buzz throughout the show. The Vivids were singing. The TLA in Joe's room did really well. The AudioNet in our room did great. Mola did fantastic, and in all the rooms we had Mola because we had Mola in the back small room. We had Mola in our big room, and then we had Mola as a DAC in Joe's room. We on all the digital side and the streaming, we were using Switch X and Wi-Fi X, which kept the noise floor very low and allowed for all that transparency to come through. But all of that is not what this video is about. This video is about a precursor to Munich, what you can expect from our brands, and why I'm sitting here next to these two pieces, which you have not seen before in my rack. But I talked about it in our episode either at the end of last year or at the beginning of January about what's new for 2024. And this is the Master Fidelity NADAC, NADAC D for DAC, and NADAC C for clock. And this stuff is phenomenal. Phenomenal. As Bert Vanderwolf says, he's the very famous producer and recording engineer, makes some of my favorite recordings. I don't know anyone who does it better. He's got the Spirit of Turtle, that was Turtle Records. He's doing North Star recordings, Challenge Classics. He's also distributing this stuff. It's that good and that type of an endorsement that he's taken this and distributed it in the Benelux area. But as he coined the phrase, this is what digital should have been all along. After 40 years, we're finally where we should be. This is producing, I'll just say it. I mean, this is the finest digital I've ever heard in my life. I've never heard microdynamics, inner detail, resolution, retaining body. Definitely, when placed in the big room here, does not sound like a stereo. No, I mean, I'm laughing as I'm playing piano pieces because I've got a piano in my room. I was listening to Arabella Steinbacher last night playing Prokofiev's second violin concerto. Oh, I've heard this recording 500 times. It was live in my room. Bert feels the same way. He sent me an unsolicited email after I had made a comment to the Master Fidelity people, and he told me he concurred with my assessment, the finest digital on the planet. And once again, GTT doesn't break the bank, where it still fits into our tagline of offering a true value at its price point. Now, there's gonna be some of them that said, "Oh, you said that the Tambiki was the greatest DAC." Well, first of all, this is just coming out. Second of all, when I said that about the Tambiki, I definitely believed it, but and the Tambiki is a killer deck. Everything I ever said about it is true. You can buy 4 Tambikis for the price of this. Okay. So this is a little bit more spendy, if you will. This costs a little bit more money. Again, you can buy 4 Tambikis for the price of the Master Fidelity. But for those that want the absolute best and have the means, this is where you have to look. Oh, here's what happens at Munich. It was Saturday afternoon last year, 2023. Had seen everything in the show, so I thought. Been around, bounced into rooms. There was really, it was a great show as far as seeing everybody, but there was no real products to get excited about. I mean, no real true introductions that I can recall at last year's show. And so I'm standing in the hallway talking to my friends from Y Sound, distributors out there in Hong Kong, China, and we're having a conversation. And Dominique Brulhart of Merging Technologies walks by, and we, lock eyes, nod heads, and he, I break away from the conversation to say hello, and Dom asked me if I want a DAC. Well, I said, I have a DAC. Well, what DAC do you have? Of course, it's the Tambiki. He said, come, have a listen. So I did. Why not? I always have an open mind. I want to go hear everything and anything and everything. I went to Dom's room, and they had a very early prototype of this. This was a year ago. And I was just completely bowled over with the dimensionality, with the resolution, with the dynamics, knowing everything else in the system and knowing that it shouldn't sound that good. Instantly, I send Dick Diamond a WhatsApp saying, get to this room. Follow up with a phone call. About 10 minutes later, he comes in. I said, listen to this. Weishin Zhu, one of the partners, it's Dominique Brulhart and Weishin Zhu. They are the partners in Master Fidelity, both of them from Emerging Technologies, and who is anything and everything as far as high-res recording and DSD recordings. If it's done today, it's done. I would say over 95% of it is done on the merging stuff. And there used to be a NADAC. There was under the merging umbrella, there was the merging NADAC, and Sennheiser bought merging and didn't want anything to do with the consumer side. And Weishin and Dom took the concept, the idea, wanted to bring it to the audiophiles, and developed a brand new, true 1-bit chip. Developed probably the best clock on earth. I mean, this is true 1-bit. This is true 32-bit. This doesn't play the upsampling games. This is native, and you hear it. Anyway, let me finish the story before I go back to that, and then I'm going to get to what's coming also in Munich. But so Dick Diamond sits down. It is. I'm sort of watching him because now I've got a grip on this and I know what's going on. He sits down, and within 30 seconds, his jaw is just open, and he looks at me, and we both have a chuckle. I mean, it was just like, holy cow! When you least expect it, when it's the last thing you're looking for, there it is. And so anyway, you know how high-end audio is. It's going to be ready in August, and you ask August of what year? Yeah, so August and the end of the year, and I think there's probably like two pieces. There's probably Bert and myself, and then of course I'm sure Dom and Wation have one. But there's like 4 units in the whole world at this point. But a couple weeks away, and they're going to start shipping. So I'm told, and I believe. I mean, there's they have to because now it sounds so good, and I do know that they're doing master builds on the first production run. But fellas, you're going to hear more and more and more on this. This is a game changer. This is this is master tape. This is analog. This is doing things that I haven't heard out of any sources. This is, you know, 1644 Red Book is phenomenal. Crank it up to high res PCM gets better. DSD is better, and then you get into the you know quad and 8 times DSD, DSD 256, DSD 512, and for those that are strictly Cobuzz, well, this will still benefit you, but let me tell you, you're missing out. You should buy some high res downloads. What what you can hear, what this can uncover and unveil, and you hear in your system is simply mind-boggling. We've heard about removing veils. We've heard about removing panes of glass, cleaning the windows, so on and so forth. All these old cliches. We need new terminology. We're at the point in audio, and especially with NADAC D and NADAC C, is we need new terminology to express it. But I would just say live. I go to enough concerts. I go to live classical concerts all the time, and I heard a grand piano in my room today. I heard a violin yesterday. I'm hearing things. I hear full scale. Well, a lot of people have said about this room is you can get the full scale here. Um, and what the YGs do, the XVs, what the Vivid Spirits do, simply incredible. Now, with that last statement about what the spirits do, simply incredible. I can't wait to hear what the Moya M1s are going to do. I'm sure most of you know about the Vivid Moya M1 uh, that's been launched. That was sort of a private affair that took place in China a month ago, where they unveiled it, and now it will be unveiled in Munich this year. This is going to be incredible. And then right after Munich, a pair are shipping to me, and we'll have them permanently here at GTT. So can't wait for the Moya. Can't wait to hear the Master Fidelity NADACs through the Moya, and everything else for that matter. The Cronus Discovery and the audio net, always with the KS realization cables. So at Munich, Moya M1s will be there with an incredible surrounding cast. And it'll be the first time I get to hear it. It'll be the first time I get to hear the Moya M1s. It'll be the first time I get to hear the Moa Ocetras. The Ocetras are a new amplifier that is being introduced by Moa that is a direct replacement for the Kaluga. It should be out between third and fourth quarter this year. And this very, very similar specs, I believe, but it is going to be using the trajectum technology that was originally introduced in Kula, and then refined a little bit for Perka. Now they're coming out with it in a monoamp version, Ocetra. So that's going to be very exciting. And that's in the same room as the Moya M1. And a couple weeks ago, I told you, or actually it was on the Audio Analyst. So I did a video with him and Louis Desjardins when we were up in Montreal. So it didn't appear on my channel. You should check it out over at the Audio Analyst, his YouTube channel. In any case, Kronos will be introducing their new perpetual turntable and their perpetual SCPS optional power supply, along with their Discovery all-tube dual monoblock power supply phono stage. And I've said there, I mean, I don't want to keep saying the best, but it's the best analog phono stage I've ever heard. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. So those three brands are together along with Kabbalah Sosna Realization. So 4 of my good friends of brands that we represent have come together at Munich in a single room. It's a glimpse into what you hear at GTT Audio. I mean, that is going to be just an absolute killer room. If you're going, be sure to check it out. Then we've got AudioNet. I mean, AudioNet is for a long time, and I've talked about it on the channel about them going to be introducing some new products. We thought maybe last year. It's coming this year for sure. It's being introduced at Munich, a preamp halfway between the pre-G2 and the Stern. That is called Mach. And then mono amplifiers that halfway between Max and Heisenberg's Schrödinger. Schrödinger is what they're called. Not being German or speaking German, a little difficult there, but yeah, Schrödinger is what that's called. So Mach and Schrödinger will be displayed, and they are going to be displaying it with Vivid Audio G1 Spirits. So that is going to be just an absolutely killer room as well. I'm expecting great things in there. Then we go to the TLA room, and TLA will be showing their 300, or their Supreme Series electronics. That's the mono amps, the 300s, and then the full tube, which are hybrids, and then their full tube preamplifier. They're going to be showing that with Gershwin acoustics, and their source will be Kronos. That'll be the Kronos Perpetual in there with the existing phono stage. And I think everyone knows at this point, but Kronos and TLA are very close. They co-developed the phono stages together. So, and they're the ones that are actually building the boards, and they work with Louis very close as far as the design. So that's going to be great to see all this together. And then we have the Master Fidelity room. I can't wait to see all that's being shown. They're going to have 2 locations at the MOC. And then they're going to have another location over at Hi-Fi Deluxe, which is another show that runs parallel to the show at the MOC, and that's over at the Marriott Hotel. And they're going to be running like classes every hour or seminars every hour there. And Dom's going to be talking, and there's going to be some server and software guys talking. Bert is going to be talking. It's going to be great. I hope they record that. Anyway, Munich's going to be terrific. We are going to take the camera to Munich. We're going to be filming, and we'll see you after that. Thanks, and take care.